Good morning. Welcome to the third installation of the Weekly Trail Report. The Weekly Trail Report, the Outdoor Club of Port Jervis's way of getting information to you each week about hiking and biking trails in the Watershed region of Port Jervis. I'm your host, Tom Faggione, here every Friday morning at 7 a.m., along with usually Club President Mike Ward. Mike Ward is not here right now. We're going to talk about that in a second. But we have, of course, Club Ambassador, our good buddy Chip. Chip, good morning.
Good morning, Tom. How are you?
Good. How you doing today?
I'm doing well, thank you.
All right. Well, it's good to see you again this morning. We're trying something new today. We're going Facebook Live right here. And so we have it online. We're doing the YouTube Live as well. And this is, of course, going to be recorded for history. So it'll be available to download sometime this afternoon. And we're just going to jump right into it. So, Chip, good morning. It's a little bit of a different setup here this morning. I was here late last night getting 3 microphones set up.
Right.
Got a text message this morning from Mike. He's still on the mend. Mike, of course, had major neck surgery and back surgery. So he is on the mend right now, and he said he couldn't make it. So I quickly scrambled, and I reconfigured things a little bit, and I hope the accommodations are comfortable.
It's a great job you did here, Tom. And, I really do wish Mike well and hope he feels better today. That's how those things go, one good day, one bad day. And, overall he's doing well. And it's just not the same without him here today. But we'll plug on through and make it happen.
Well, when the 3 Musketeers get broken up.
Correct.
We get one more listener at home because Mike's at home listening now.
Yes.
Or maybe he's out on the trails. Who knows? He's kind of crazy.
You never know. I don't know,
With Mike, we just wish him the best. And we know he'll be back next weekend.
Absolutely.
And he is kind of pushing himself a bit hard. I mean, considering he did have major neck surgery.
Absolutely. He did indeed. And I'm really, really impressed with his recovery so far. And as you said, we wish him well.
No doubt
Absolutely.
About it. No doubt. So in his stead, you're taking over. You're in charge, big guy.
I'm going to do the best I can, Tom.
All right. Well, as we sit here on a Friday morning, it's still raining out, and conditions outside often, it seems every day this week it rained.
Every day it seems it rains. When is the rain going to stop?
Well, the rain's going to stop probably this afternoon and definitely into the weekend because there's a lot of activities that the Outdoor Club of Port Jervis sponsoring over the weekend.
Absolutely.
Let's jump right into it, Chip. Give me a little rundown of what's going up and happening on the trails over the weekend.
Okay, Tom. On the trails this weekend, we have the scheduled Saturday morning trail run, and that's with Melissa Decker and Peter Tomasi, and that's at 9 a.m. on Reservoir Road in City of Port Jervis. You meet them and go on a trail run, and they usually do a 5K. However, based on the group that shows up, they gauge their running ability and so forth. So everything is based on that. And, you go out for a nice 5K run on the trails. So if you're looking to tune up your skills on the trails running-wise or just tune up for an upcoming race, this would be a great opportunity to come out in the morning at 9 a.m. at Res Road to meet Melissa Decker, Peter Tomasi, and go out on a trail run with them.
No doubt. They're very good runners, but they'll also craft that run to who they have running with them.
Correct. That is the design and nature of these events. We always craft these events as to the people who show up. They're not going to take you out on a 5K if you're a beginner looking to just introduce yourself. They will gauge it towards that.
And that's tomorrow morning, Saturday mornings, 9 a.m. That's at Brewers Reservoir.
Brewers Reservoir, correct.
We used to call it Reservoir 1.
Reservoir
1. The
1.
end of Reservoir
Avenue.
Right here in Port Jervis.
Right here in Port Jervis, 9 a.m., correct.
And how much does that cost to participate in?
That costs $0. It is free.
No doubt.
Free.
That's awesome. Good stuff right there, no doubt about it.
Yes.
So that's tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. up at Reservoir 1.
Correct.
What else we got going this weekend?
All right. Well, I'm really jazzed about the next event that I have to announce, and this is being billed as the Taking It Easy Hike with me, Chip, guided by me. Again, this is an introduction hike to the Watershed Trail System, Tom, and this was a concept that I came up with Mike Ward, our club president, as a way to introduce people who want to see what the trail system is all about here in Port Jervis in the Watershed Park, and not go on something that's difficult, but something that will be geared towards an intro hike type of environment where they can see the Watershed Park system, the trails, get some explanation as to the post markings and how we have set things up, the club on the watershed trails for the people. I'm happy to answer any questions that I can, and I will get information for them if I can't. But the thing with this hike is I did one in the past and it was successful. People
Meaning that everyone returned, nobody was eaten by a bear.
Yes, good point, Tom. Everyone did return to the correct parking lot. And that's key. I think I'll get you out there. I'll introduce you to the Watershed Park and trails, and if you have a better way to get back to the parking lot than myself, we'll listen to it. But no, all kidding aside, we had fun the first intro hike. Everybody had a blast. There was positive feedback on it, and I'm excited to do this next one. And this next hike, Tom, will be at parking lot 6 at Deer Park Dam on Box Bomb Road, and it's up at the Deer Park Dam, which is known as Res 3.
So for people that want to go, this hike is on
Sunday morning.
9 a.m.?
9 a.m.
Okay, so you drive up Academy Avenue or Upper Brook Road, take it all the way up to the end. You'll see the sign for the Watershed Park.
Correct.
Get on Box Bomb Road for maybe a couple hundred yards.
Yes, about a half mile, I believe it is. And then on the right-hand side, you'll see the kiosk, and there's the parking lot. Park your vehicle. You'll see me there, and, we're going to have a great time. It's low intensity, and it's geared for that. Again, it's an introduction hike. So if you've ever thought about coming out, it's a great opportunity to come out and see what it's all about.
Do you have any idea of how long the hike's going to take or how long it'll be?
Well, the hike should be about 2.5 to maybe almost 3 miles. I wouldn't say 3 miles, but depending on how we route it. But it's a low intensity 2.5 mile hike, about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours tops. But it's well worth it, Tom. I'll tell you what, to see what we have up here in the Watershed Park Trail System.
Literally in our backyards, all this beautiful terrain. These hand-carved trails are out for the taking. Just go on out and explore. Not a better way than to go with you on Sunday morning. Parking lot 6, that's up off of Box Bomb Road. How much is that hike going to cost?
That hike, again, is free, Tom.
How much to park the car?
Free, Tom.
Free. Everything is free. So,
F-R-E-E, free.
So it's a great way to go out. And age groups, equipment, gear, that kind of stuff.
Yes. On my first hike, we had all age groups, and we had children as well with their family. What I'm asking is that you do bring something to drink or a little snack for your hike, because we will pause on the trail, take a break, hydrate, have a snack, nothing too heavy. If you have a backpack, that's fine. If not, make sure you have something to drink with a light snack. And also have some correct shoes, boots, or sturdy sneakers to wear for the hike, because these are natural trails, and you don't want to be wearing flip-flops or something that is not sturdy on your ankles. So that's important and key too.
No doubt. You remember the hike that we were on where there was a girl who had old pair of boots on and they turned into flip-flops.
Correct. That was the broken boot hike. Yes.
But she made it back and she had a lot of fun as well.
She did. She did indeed.
So that was good. So that's coming up on Sunday morning.
Sunday morning.
Everybody who's interested in getting out onto the trails, this is a great way to meet Chip. Don't worry, he won't scare little children, and he won't scare old people too much.
I will have my Sharpie though.
Well, we're going to talk about that in just a minute. So that's Sunday morning, 9 a.m. up on parking lot 6, which is on Box Bomb Road, right there up in Sparrow Bush.
I do want to mention, Tom, that once you get on Box Bomb Road, be aware of the potholes that you may encounter. So travel slowly on that road, as there are several potholes that could lead you to Albuquerque if you fell into one. But
it is a seasonal road, yeah.
Yes.
So it does have it's not a heavily traveled road, so be careful on that one.
Absolutely. So come on out Sunday morning at 9 a.m. It will have a great time.
There you go. So we have the run tomorrow morning. We got the hike on Sunday. There's some other special events that are coming up for the Outdoor Club. In fact, their first ever Tricky Tray. That's coming up in October, right?
Absolutely. We're excited about this one.
Tell us a little bit about it, Chip, where it is, when it is, how people can get involved.
Okay. The event is going to be on October 20th at the high school gymnasium, Port Jervis High School Gymnasium, October 20th. And it is a Tricky Tray. And those of you listening out there, I know you know what a Tricky Tray is all about. It's excitement to the fullest degree. I mean, it's just fast paced and it's fun. And we're going to do this event for the first time for the Outdoor Club as a fundraiser for our pump track, which is going to be built over in Watershed Park. But the Tricky Tray will be at the high school gymnasium on October 20th. The doors open, Tom, at 12 o'clock, and calling of the numbers begin at 2 p.m. So, we're anticipating a lot of folks to come out for this one. It's our first Tricky Tray event, and we're excited about it.
Well, we're sitting here in the Army Surplus Store, and we are one of the proud sponsors of the Outdoor Club of Port Jervis, and we will be making a nice contribution to the Tricky Tray.
Awesome.
We'll take a nice ammo can. We're going to fill it up with some hiking and survival supplies, and I guarantee you it's going to raise a lot of money.
I know it'll be great. A lot of tickets will go into that bucket, I'm sure, because at Richards you have the best stuff to offer for hiking. And apparel and all that, the needs necessary to do an excellent hike. But I do want to mention that if you're interested in volunteering for the Tricky Tray, you can come out to our meeting, which will be on October 2nd. We have a Tricky Tray meeting October 2nd.
That's this Tuesday.
That's this Tuesday. Wow, time is flying. This Tuesday at 7 p.m., and that meeting is held at the Port Jervis Youth Rec Center on Pike Street. Yes, correct. At 7 p.m. we will be meeting there. So if you're thinking about wanting to volunteer or come and ask a question about, can I make a basket for the event? Absolutely, you can make a basket. We'll be more than happy to present your basket. Also, we have what will be available at the farmers market, and we'll touch base on that. Boosters. You can be a booster sponsor for the Tricky Tray event. And what that is, Tom, we're offering you to be a booster sponsor for the event. You donate $10, just $10. You don't have to do a basket. It can be a $10 donation as a booster member, and your name will appear on the banner as a Booster Club contributor, donator for the Tricky Tray Outdoor Club event.
Nice. And speaking of banners, driving through town, you can see the banners that are promoting the Tricky Tray on the little signs that are built up in town. So you come into town from Sparrowbush, you come into town here in Tri-States, and the Outdoor Club signs promoting the Tricky Tray are on full display.
Absolutely. It's for everyone to see right out there. It's going to happen, and that's, again, October 20th at the high school, Port Jervis High School Gymnasium. Doors open at 12 and calling begins at 2. And we're really excited about this one because a Tricky Tray is a big event in this area. And that's why I know the listeners out there are going to show up for this event because, there's a lot of movement in a Tricky Tray. It's fast-paced, it's exciting, and, the prizes that are offered are going to be fantastic. I mean, there's going to be some great stuff. And I don't want to give away those prizes are. We just told you about one from Richards Army Surplus, and I know that'll get a lot of hits and tickets and so forth. But I'm not going to mention. I just want to tease you with what we'll be offering, and what we will have will be super. So it's up to you to do your part, and that is come out to the event, support the Outdoor Club of Port Jervis, and that pump track that we're building in Watershed Park. It's going to be super, Tom. I look forward to it.
Well, I'm glad that we're doing some interesting fundraisers for the Outdoor Club. All the money generated is going right to the club.
Correct.
And the club uses that money for expenses that they incur while maintaining and building. How many miles of trails are we having now?
We have 40 miles of trails, and we are upwards on the way of 47 miles.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Unbelievable. Let's talk a little bit about how people can learn more about the events and activities surrounding the Outdoor Club. Chip, tell us about it online. How can they get in touch with the Outdoor Club?
They can get in touch with the Outdoor Club on our website. It is ocopj.org, or you can go to Facebook and just type in Outdoor Club of Port Jervis, and our site will come up on Facebook.
And then, so you can check them out, ocopj.org. That's
Right.
the Outdoor Club of Port Jervis, ocopj.org. Or you can check them out on Facebook, and that's Outdoor Club of Port Jervis. You can also pick up many of these flyers that are all around town in all the local businesses.
Correct.
They're green flyers, and they have the Watershed Park picture on them. And inside these flyers, of course, is a very truncated version of the over 40 miles of trail maps. And there's also, Chip, some bigger maps, and people can get those bigger maps at many local businesses in town.
Correct. This is a bigger map, and again, this is a clearer version of the map that appears inside of our brochure. These are well done, and I recommend, if you have the opportunity to be in one of the local businesses here in Port Jervis and you see a map available, you can get that map and a brochure and take a look at it. Over 40 miles of trails built by the Outdoor Club of Port Jervis. We're all volunteers, okay, and we're definitely out there. It's a team effort, and everyone is doing their part. And look at this incredible display on this brochure and on this map. It's incredible.
Now, speaking of the map, this is a great map. Over 40 miles of trails are all outlined there. There's a special map that's out there, and it's the same exact map, but there's a special edition to the map that's available, and you can get that on Saturdays, right?
Absolutely.
Tell us a little bit about that.
I'm glad you're leading right into it, Tom. I know where you're going. On Saturdays, the Outdoor Club of Port Jervis has our tent set up at the Farmers Market. Okay.
The Farmers Market's at Lower Pike Street in Port Jervis every Saturday morning from 10 o'clock in the morning till 2 o'clock in the afternoon. The Farmers Market is open for business right down the bottom of Pike Street. Can't miss it.
Correct. Right at the bottom of Pike Street. Look for the green tent and the other vendors, and I will be there. And that special edition map that Tom is alluding to is one that will have my autograph on it, should I be asked for it, by my Sharpie, which is always ready and handy.
So Chip is always at the ready with his Sharpie. He's at the Farmers Market. It'll be tomorrow morning. He'll be there from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. You have to go down and grab a map and say, hey, Chip, can you autograph my map?
Absolutely, and I'm open to autographing the maps, definitely. If you ask, I will autograph it. Being that we are fundraising for the pump track, if you would like to contribute towards donations, that would be acceptable as well. But
are you saying that if somebody asks for an autograph, you'll accept payment for that autograph?
No, I'm not saying that. I am saying that we welcome contributions towards our fundraising efforts.
So in other words, that big plastic bucket that's on the table at the Farmers Market, if someone comes to you and says, Chip, can you autograph this map? And they happen to put a piece of paper that might have a president on it, or even a historical figure like, I don't know, Ben Franklin.
Wow, Ben Franklin. Yeah, well, you know what? If they do that, I am certainly more than happy to sign the map for them. Even you know what? Even the littlest donation helps, Tom.
No doubt.
Someone who comes and puts a George Washington in that big plastic bucket, or I've seen children come up to the bucket and place spare change into the bucket.
Sure.
Everything is welcome, Tom. This is what it's all about, getting the funds to improve our amenities for the public to enjoy.
We talked, Mike is not here today. Mike Ward is the president of the Outdoor Club, and he's our go-to guy when we talk about the fundraising and the legal status of the club. The club is a nonprofit organization, a not-for-profit organization. All the money raised stays in the club, and it's a 501. I think it's called a 501(c)(3).
Correct, 501(c)(3).
So
Took me a long time to learn that.
Yeah. But that's why we have Mike, because Mike always breaks that down for
He
us.
breaks it down the best, I think.
But the reason that we say that is because some people are apprehensive to put money in jars or make donations because they just don't know. Oh my God, is the guy going to take the money?
Right.
But that legitimizes the club. And then all you need to do is you need to go onto the trails and see the work that's been done, and it's proof positive that the club has great stewardship. Mike has been an incredible leader.
Incredible.
And he even after his neck surgery is still very much involved with the hands-on stuff.
Right, absolutely. He's still involved with everything, the workings that are going on, and he's still at the helm and doing what he needs to do to promote the club, and also with the fundraising. He's the best guy that I know that could break things down, as you indicated. And we're very fortunate to have Mike Ward as our club president.
No doubt about it. So he's not here, but I just wanted to let people know that it's a nonprofit organization, and you can rest assured that the money's not going to pay corporate executives or a board of directors that are making millions.
Correct. And I think that's important, because that'll let the people know every dollar that we generate goes back into the Watershed Trail System and Park. Brochures, promotion, building and maintaining the trails. Everything we're doing for the public and the community is put back into there, every dollar.
And that's why it's so nice that when you see those kids at the farmer's market put a coin in there, or a grown-up put some paper money in there.
Correct.
It's nice to see that. But more importantly as well, coming up, the Tricky Tray on October 20th, that's going to be huge. All that money raised is going to support the club and the activities and all of the trails up there.
Yes, absolutely. And the pump track will be built, and the Tricky Tray fundraiser is going to assist with that effort. And we look forward to having everyone from the community come out to the Tricky Tray on October 20th at the high school gymnasium, Port Jervis High School Gymnasium. And doors open at 12, Tom, and calling starts at 2. We're very excited about this one.
There you go. And you don't have to wear hiking boots to that one.
No, you do not.
But we're going to talk a little bit about hiking boots, because we're going to return. So the Tricky Tray is on October 20th. But this weekend, you have the 9 a.m. Saturday morning run. That always takes place on Saturday mornings.
Correct.
But this Sunday morning, 9 a.m., we have the Chip Hike.
It's the Taking It Easy with Chip hike. And it's an introduction hike, again, to the Watershed Trail Park system. It's low intensity, and it's really a fun way to come out and see what the park is all about. You get some information. You get to see the beauty that surrounds this great city of ours. I mean, it's incredible. With the fall now happening, the canopy is changing. You're going to see the different colors, the greens and the yellows and the oranges. You may even see a few leaves falling. It's just spectacular. I can't emphasize enough the beauty.
Now, I want to talk a little bit about you, Chip. And because you and I, we've been buddies for a long, long time now.
We have.
And we're just a regular guys.
Regular guys we are.
But your story is quite a story. And the reason I'm asking you about your story this morning is because coming up on Sunday is your hike. And people are probably listening saying, I don't know if I can do the hike. I don't know, the hills, the mountains. Chip, your story is a compelling story. You're going to be on there Sunday leading the hike. How did you get to where you are today? Tell us a little bit about your story.
Well, thank you, Tom. I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to tell a little bit about my story. To be as quick as possible, I would like to say yesterday was my 2-year anniversary from the day that I had bariatric weight loss surgery. So 2 years ago from yesterday, I had surgery, and I was once 425 pounds with limited capacity towards doing physical type activities and exercise. I had surgery, and I lost 200 pounds within the first year. And, I started moving and getting energy, and I saw a advertisement for a group hike, come out, experience the watershed on a hike. I said, okay, I think I'll do that. The past me probably wouldn't have done that, but the post-surgery me took that on. And I did a hike with the group, a guided hike with the club members. And from that point on, I got to say, Tom, I was hooked, so to speak, into what the Watershed Park and Trails offer as far as exercise ability and getting out there and enjoying the outdoors and the environment. It's just been a fantastic journey. I encourage anyone who is looking to just get started moving, that's the key. Just move. You don't need to have weight loss surgery, Tom. That journey was my approach. However, if you're out there and you're thinking about, can I do this? Yes, you can. I'm telling you, you can do it, and you will do it. You just need to put your foot down and just start doing it. It's incredible. And once you do start doing it and your energy is increased, you will be up on the trails with us. You will be hiking and you will be biking, mountain biking, and so forth. It's just incredible, Tom.
Well, it's a very powerful story. 2 years ago yesterday, you're a whole new man now, and your outlook on life has never changed. You always were who you were then.
Correct.
And you are now, but you're a whole new you.
Right.
And you and I, we've run some 5Ks together.
We have. 7 months after my surgery, I ran my first 5K, Tom, and that was quite an event. I had always wanted to run a race. I was always the guy on the sideline clapping and cheering those runners that were passing by, and always said to myself inside, I want to be one of those runners someday. And sure enough, that occurred that 7 months after my surgery, and it was a success. I completed the 5K. You were there.
Amen, brother. It was fun.
Yeah,
it was fun.
It was a fun event.
And that feeling going across the finish line, how'd that make you feel?
Finishing is the best. I tell you, even if you can't run a 5K, the whole 5K, and then you have to walk, the important thing is to finish. That finish line is what you're looking to do. And it's an incredible feeling crossing that finish line.
Now, speaking of finish lines, let's talk about the finish line for Sunday's hike. So Sunday morning, 9 a.m., you're going to be there ready to go.
Ready to go.
And this hike is open for everyone.
Everybody. It's open to anybody, everybody. It's a low-intensity introduction hike. Again, it's fun. Come out and meet me and other club members. I'm sure will be there. Come out and see what the Watershed Park and Trail System is all about.
Now, most important about Sunday, will the Sharpie be there?
The Sharpie will be ready and available. It always is.
And you'll be bringing the maps.
I have maps. I have Sharpies. I am ready to go in that regard.
All right, let's get a quick estimate. How many autographs do you think you've given out in the last, say, year?
In the last year?
You burned up a few Sharpies, I bet.
I've burned up a few Sharpies, yeah, and it's been fun. I tell you, it's really a great thing to do. If I'm asked, I do it, and I enjoy doing it. And you know what? I enjoy meeting the public, and I enjoy telling them about the Watershed Park and
No
trails.
doubt. And that's the whole point of your autograph. It's not that you're the celebrity.
Correct.
I mean, the bodyguards sometimes, yeah, they do kind of keep the...
You don't see those. Those guys are in the back, ready to strike when needed. But, you're a funny guy. I like that.
But the whole point of you and the autograph is that we want people to come to the farmer's market. We want people to come out and hike. And when they meet you, and I call you the ambassador because you really are.
Thank you.
You're the guy that can tell someone, hey, you know what? You can come up on the trails. Come
Yes.
up and check it out.
Yeah.
Check it out at your pace, and then come back again and try it again and
Right.
try it again. And a guy like you talking real terms about what it is on the mountains, that's why you and the Sharpie are so successful.
Right. Thank you. And, I'm just doing the part that I believe I can do for the club, and I'm having fun. As you know, Tom, the club is a big membership, and we all are a part of this system, and we're all doing the best we can to promote the Watershed Park and Trails. And, I'm a small part of the club, and as a whole, we are the big part of what's happening.
That's
so,
right.
I give credit to the whole club, everybody who's doing everything to make this happen right here.
Now, you're not alone.
No.
Of course, we have Mike and we have a whole bunch of other people, but you never travel alone either. You always have a couple of Sharpies with you,
I do.
and you always bring some of your friends with you, too.
Well, if they want to produce themselves, they're celebrity figures, man. They just come out
Listen,
of nowhere,
Chip does not roll with a B-list crowd. Chip is A-list, top of the line. He hangs with nothing but the best. But in conclusion here, as we're going to wrap things up, the run tomorrow morning is at 9 a.m. at Brewers Reservoir. That's Reservoir 1. come down to the farmer's market between 10 and 2 tomorrow. You can see Chip. Mike might be there if he's feeling up to it.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so, yeah.
But you can see Chip tomorrow, and he'll also preview the hike on Sunday. But hike is Sunday morning. Come on out Sunday morning, 9 a.m.
9 a.m.
Parking lot 6, which is on Boxbaum Road on the Sparrowbush side. Just go up Academy Avenue.
Correct.
Go careful down Boxbaum.
Carefully proceed down Boxbaum.
And park in the parking lot. Chip will be there. It'll be a lot of fun. And, you always travel with friends, those A-listers. They might be there on Sunday, and I know you brought some with us here today.
Yeah.
So, in conclusion, I just want to let everybody know that we wish Mike the best in terms of his recovery. He had some serious neck surgery recently, and we know he's on the mend, and we didn't want to get him out. It's a little bit cold and rainy this morning.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. We wish him the best. Absolutely.
Toughest guy I know, so he'll be
Tough
back.
as nails, man. Tough as nails.
I wouldn't even make nails are nothing compared to Mike.
That's right. Unbendable steel.
There you go. But Chip, you brought friends with you, so in conclusion, I want to say, guys, this is episode 3. Episode 4 will be next Friday. Every Friday morning, 7 a.m. We record it live, then we put it on YouTube, and it's all available online for free. We're here to promote the Outdoor Club. It's something of a passion of ours that we enjoy
It
so
sure
much.
is.
And anyone can be a part, including some of your world-famous friends.
Who do we have here today, Tom? Oh, look who's showing up. I think it's Yogi Bear and Boo Boo. Hey, Boo Boo. I'm here at Richard's Army Surplus. They have a lot of stuff in this store. A lot of stuff for the park, the Watershed Trail System. Yogi, do they have picnic baskets? Hey, I'm sure they have a basket somewhere here for the Tricky Tray on October 20th. Outdoor Club, Port Jervis, Tricky Tray, Boo Boo. What's a Tricky Tray? That's where we can get all those picnic baskets. October 20th. You know Ranger Mike. He'll be on the prowl. But we will get it. We'll get those baskets. Yogi, I don't know about getting those baskets from Ranger Mike Ward. It'll be all right, Boo Boo. We're going to have fun at that Tricky Tray. October 20th. Port Jervis High School. Okay. No problem, Yogi.
Chip, always a pleasure to have you and your buddies here. This is episode 3 of the Outdoor Club of Port Jervis's weekly trail report, sponsored by Richard's Army Surplus, 264 East Main Street in Port Jervis, the area's only real Army Surplus store. For all your outdoor needs, all your hiking needs, check them out. Richard's Army Surplus, 264 East Main Street in Port Jervis. Give them a buzz. 856-1911. That's 856-1911. Guys, thanks so much for being a part of the show. Chip, have a great day.
Thank you, Tom. You too.
All right, and we'll be back again next Friday as we do this every
Absolutely.
Friday morning. The Outdoor Club of Port Jervis's weekly trail report, episode 3, in the books.
In the books.